Greetings, greetings. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to talk about a topic which is in the arena of things that we don't see on a daily basis, things that we are involved in that we may not be aware of, or sometimes we are aware of them and we just disregard them or we're oblivious to the truth. STDs, spiritually transmitted diseases, is a very serious topic. It's something that we all deal with on a daily basis, whether or not we admit it. We all encounter these things, and it's very important to talk about it and address it versus, kind of sweeping it under the rug or not speaking on it because it's never targeted if we continue to do that. And I have my notes here with me, so bear with me. But spiritually transmitted diseases are any form of the intangible realm that we take on through thought or action. This becomes behaviors, traits, characteristics, involuntary responses, or planned out behavior which do not originate from a source of higher learning. Not lower learning, but higher learning. So take for a moment, think about whatever religion or spiritual practice you're a part of. Each of these incorporates some type of teaching on the spiritual realm. Okay, now when you think about the spiritual realm, think about spiritual warfare and what possibly happens, because clearly we can't see it. It's spiritual, so it's something that's not tangible, but it does exist. It is alive. Spiritual warfare is all around us every day. We may not see it, but there are things that go on or take place because of us or because of, the past or anything that has happened on our behalf, right? Now, because of spiritual warfare, we do have actions or consequences that come about because it just happens in life. And these things do affect us. One of those ways is through disease or contact. How do you get a spiritually transmitted disease? Well, one of the best ways is through sexual encounter, of course. Another way is through physical encounter or just being around someone, hanging around people. Have you ever thought about when you hang around someone, how people say you start to look alike? Or you start to use words that they use. You start to act the way that they act. Sometimes you hang around someone and you don't even realize that the past week you've been really joyful or happy, or you've been really annoyed or frustrated at little things. And if you don't think about it and analyze where this came from, it didn't originate from you. Sometimes it does, but in this instance, it didn't originate from you. It came from someone else. You've hung around that person. You've been around that person. You've adapted somewhat of their mindset, somewhat of the way that they think and the way that they talk, the way that they act. You know that there is a saying, birds of a feather flock together. So that is saying when you hang around someone, you start to take on certain qualities of that person, whether they are good or whether they are bad. I want you to, for a second, to think about DNA transformation, which basically is saying that your genes, your genetics, what makes you you, DNA, your patterns, who you are, and the way that it changes, because DNA doesn't stay the same. If it stayed the same, we all would look the same.